Hi Emma.
Hoi.
Hi. You're Dutch?
Yes.
Ja,
Ja.
oké. Je kunt ons wel horen.
Ja, klopt. Kun je mij horen?
Ja, top.
Oké.
Ja. Oh, and Kaan, oh, she can hear us as well. Okay. Oh, my camera's broken. Oh, that's okay.
Never mind.
Never mind. So we'll wait for just one more minute and then we're going to start. And we're going to tell you all about our Master Innovative Textile Development. And yeah. And of course, there is room for questions. And we will try to answer them. I, from the point of view as course director, and Floor as the alumni from our master program. But she will tell you more about that. I think we should start. Could you share my presentation?
Yeah. Okay. Kijk, wat zie jij nu? Dit is van jou, hè?
Ja. Okay. Welcome to more inside information about the Master Innovative Textile Development. Something more about Saxion, University of Applied Science. We have several courses regarding textiles and fashion. We have a bachelor course, Fashion and Textile Technology, our master course, Innovative Textile Development, and we have the research group, Sustainable and Functional Textiles. The three of us work closely together, and that's even more when we are talking about the link of the master and the research group. I think about 90% of the teachers within the master are researchers from our research group, Sustainable and Functional Textiles. It's a Master of Science, maybe important for you to know. And we start with a short video. As you can see, our master is more than textiles itself. It's in a broad sense of the word, so to say. By the way, my name is Theresia Grevinga. I'm the course director of this master. I have a design textile background and working in the textile and fashion industry and afterwards in the textile and fashion education for a really long time now. We developed this master in 2016, so nearly 10 years, and we are very proud of the master. It is an international master taught in English. The first year you have a lot of projects and courses. I will tell you something more about that. And the second year, it's a half year, you will do your master thesis, your research, and you are free to pick your own topic, free to pick a company where you want to do your thesis, or you can go to our research group, Sustainable and Functional Textiles, or another research group. That's totally up to you. You can use our network to find the right spot for you, the right place for you to do your final research project. There are some additional costs per year. It's about 750 euros. And this is not only for books, but we are trying to organize some field trips abroad and also in the Netherlands. And yeah, you need the money for that as well. The last point, we found that it's very important for us. We expect students with a high proactive attitude, and I'm not kidding about that. As a master student, it's something completely different than being a bachelor student. We expect more from you, more initiative, more maybe asking questions, or maybe you want to have some additional knowledge or courses or whatever, so in the end it's you have to be proactive, you have to be passionate about textiles in general, but also about this course, active in learning and to gain knowledge and so on. And that has a lot to do with your attitude. We see it sometimes that students are more of a bit laid back, and then you're not the right students. If this is the way you want to study, then this master is not for you. We have a mission and a vision, of course, and we prepare and train students to develop innovative and sustainable textile solutions, of course, but also taking into account the societal and social context. And we are working with the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, implemented in, I think, every module of our curriculum. It's very important for us to think about that. And at the moment, we are also implementing the inner development goals, that it's more linked to a kind of attitude you must have. And of course, we prepare you for the professions of the future. And that can be that these jobs don't exist yet, but and will be, because the world is changing every time. And we also believe that innovation and sustainable solutions flourish in an inspiring environment and when different disciplines work together. We have a lot of facilities here at Saxion you can work with, weaving, embroidery, knitting. We have a circular lab where you can spin this. We have all aspects of producing textile, so to say, from fiber in the end to a cloth. That's very important for us. Sustainability is very important for us, and also working with different kind of disciplines. The students we have in our master, they can have a chemical background, but also design background or a functional textile background, very diverse. And we strongly believe if these disciplines work together, you can build up on that and reach a high level of solutions. These are the facilities we have, as said, chemical and mechanical testing lab, weaving, circular knitting. We have a digital printing, confection, and a circular textile lab. And we use it a lot, of course. These are some pictures from our circular lab, and you will get an introduction, of course. The first year, it's 4 quarters of approximately 10 weeks. And in each quarter, you will work on a project with your group members. And you will do research, the problem from a company. It's a real problem they have, and you have the time to work on it, but you also have to communicate with them. You have to do it as a group yourself, and it's very intense, as we experience all the time. But that's good. Besides that, you have theoretical courses of textiles that can be very different topics on textiles, chemicals, also product development, so also very diverse. And the last module you have every quarter is doing research. We are trying to lecture you on doing research individually and preparing you in that way for your final thesis in the end. These are some projects about the responsive carpet, for example, or printed conductive yarns. And of course, you can use textiles in buildings, recycling cotton, smart textiles for the healthcare, for sports, also very diverse. The project every quarter has an own topic. The first project is about product management, technical marketing. Most students are a bit surprised when doing this first project. It's also about marketing. But in my opinion, you can develop anything, you can invent anything regarding to textiles, but if you don't know what the market is, what is the use? So you have to have some knowledge about marketing. The second project is about prototyping. You're going to develop your own product and also from an assignment from a company. The third project is about sustainability, digital production. And the fourth project, you can choose a topic of your own with your group. It's about living technology, but you're free to choose. And the other ones, we have several assignments per quarter, and you can pick one. It's student work, very important. You will work on it because it is a full-time master. You don't have 5 days per week full of lectures, but most of the time it's 2.5, 3, and the other days you have to work on your project. In week 1, you will visit the company and to discuss the given assignment. And in week 5, you will give a presentation at the company. And in week 10, you will conclude your project also with a report and a final presentation at Saxion. Then we have the theoretical courses. Quarter 1 is about textiles and color chemistry and textile technology. The second quarter is about technical and functional textiles and composites. And the third quarter is about sustainable textiles and digitalization. And the fourth quarter is about smart textiles and advanced textile technology. Week 9, there's a theoretical exam. As we do it now, you will get some cases you have to work on for several hours. You get several cases and you have to solve these cases. So it's not a multiple choice, it's not an answer question kind of exam, but you have to solve cases. Doing research in the first quarter, you will learn how to set up a plan, a research plan. And in quarter 2, we are talking about literature research, how to do that, how to take an interview. That has a lot to do with quarter 3 research methodologies. There are, of course, several methodologies you can use to set up a research plan and to do your research. And quarter 4 is about research perspective. What's your opinion, your view on a certain topic for over 5 years? How would that look like? So it's also more up to you. We find it very important because we notice that some students are not that experienced in doing research. And they have to know what is research, what kind of research, what is literature research, and so on. Because this master is an international master, and we have students from all over the world. And as you can imagine, not every student has the same kind of experience, especially when doing research. And hopefully they will catch up. And that's the reason why we're giving these lectures. But also, if you have more experience in doing research, you can learn a lot. We also have a study buddy program. That's an extra student support. It's from the second year students who will guide first year students in the first 2 quarters. And you will get coaching from a student point of view, because we also notice that when coming from a different country and maybe a different continent, you have to adjust in the Western world, and also maybe to the Netherlands, to Europe, and you can you sometimes you need some guidance in that. If needed, they will give extra workshops. If needed, extra consultation, and it's generated from a more inside perspective. And we are very enthusiastic about this program, and it's also very helpful for first year students. Then the second year, the final thesis, it's an individual research project. As I said before, you will do research on a problem from a company of your choice, and that can also be within one of the projects of our research group. Our research group is divided in 2 research lines. One is about sustainable textiles, and the other one is about functional textiles. And of course, they are very close linked to each other, but within these research lines, we have a lot of projects where students can work on. You yourself are responsible for finding a research spot, but of course we will support you, and you can use our network. And we're trying to get a good fit for you, what your interest is, and what you want to do. It's mandatory to have passed all the projects of year 1. You can have a lack of 6 credits for you before, and you can even start with your final thesis, but it's mandatory to pass all the projects. This is numbers, the cost, so to say, but also one of the requirements is the English test. It's very important because everything is taught in English, so your level of English should really, really be good enough. And it can also happen, for example, if you have a chemical background and you don't have a really kind of textile background, you can follow our master course. We can provide you with an extra e-learning course from North State Carolina University, and several topics are mentioned there. There are some exams included, and if you have done this course before you start with our master course, you have enough knowledge, basic knowledge, to start with our master. We only start in September, and we don't start in February. So this e-learning course you can do during the summer, or even before that if you applied at an earlier stage. I'm the course director, and if you have some questions, please let me know. Now we'll give the word to Floor. As said before, she's an alumni, but
I see there's also a question.
Oh, there are some questions. Sorry. We have to access this. I missed some parts due to the internet connection problem.
I think it's recorded, so I
Yeah.
think you can watch it back.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
how.
I think that there is some kind of maybe you will get an email where you can find the recording. So I think that's and otherwise, if it still is a problem, please email me. Then I can send you the presentation. You need one motivation letter for yourself, from yourself, and of course we need your your diploma and so on, the normal stuff, so to say. But motivation is very, very important. Yeah, that should be a good one. Maybe it's time then, Floor, that you give your presentation, and then afterwards there is enough time to ask some questions. Do I need
Can you see it? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Floor, and I also did a Master Innovation Textile Development, and it was from 2021 till 2023, so 2 years ago already. Maybe good for you to know, I started this master with a bachelor in fashion and textile technologies, also here at Saxion. So for me, it was very easy to also start the master because I knew it from the bachelor and also saw the master students working a lot. But why did I wanted to start the master? Especially because I wanted to gain more in-depth knowledge. I experienced that in my bachelor's, it was very broad and I could go several ways. But I was really interested in more the material side, how processes really work. But I also saw a great opportunity in sustainability, and it was not very included in the bachelor at that time, and it was in the master. So that really gave me the motivation to start the master. Of course, after application, we needed to make an assignment. I don't know if that's still the case before applying, but it was already really interesting to see, yeah, what kind of projects you will do into the master. So my experience, we did various projects, as Theresia also mentioned before, but here you can also see a little bit of what we did, because we also did the market research. Is of course more theoretical, and it was also nice to get to know each other and the studies. The second one we did was with the more chemical knowledge. It was to remove elastane from a recycled batch. After that, we did mechanical recycling, and we also did something with the microbiomes on your skin and how how that is affected by different dye stuffs. So yeah, as you can also a little bit see, but also here it was very different from each other. So you get a lot of different experiences. But what I also really liked about all the projects is that you get a good connection with the industry, because it was all with industry partners. For the project that we did with my microbiome, we even went to Germany, in the south of Germany, 2 times with my project group. And we went there working in their lab, seeing how the industry, how they do it. And eventually they even got a certificate on that companies can certify their fabrics on how your microbiome is reacting. So it was really cool to also work together on that. We really made the start. And we also worked a lot together with the research group. And what I found really interesting is that a lot of people have a very different knowledge from everything you can even imagine in the textile industry. So everything was really easy accessible. Now, so for my graduation thesis, Theresia helped me with this, so that was very nice. I really wanted to go abroad also to get that experience, especially after Corona at that time. So I went to Borås. It is in Sweden, and they have a really big textile university over there. And in the first year, I really noticed that I really liked mechanical recycling. So with Theresia, her help, we went looking for a research group who did research in mechanical recycling, and therefore I came here to Sweden. But it was very interesting because they are a university in scientific research. And now, of course, Saxion is in applied research. So it was a really good combination also to see how does it differentiate from each other. And I really learned a lot from it. So after the master, I really liked working in mechanical recycling and also innovations in that. So after that, I worked as a quality manager at Spinning Jenny. I don't know, maybe you know it, but they are a spinning mill specialized in open-end yarn spinning with recycled materials. So it really suits my interest. However, I started past June here in the research group, also in the sustainable line. So I can really focus now on the whole supply chain from recycling to fabric making with recycled materials. And one thing I especially like, because the textile industry, even in Europe, is very small, I see my old classmates everywhere. When you visit a fair, everybody works in a very small world, but also very specialized companies, from big companies to small startups. Yeah, it's really interesting to see where everybody went. So if you have questions really about the student part, you can contact me on this email address. And I'm happy to help.
Thank you, Floor.
So stop sharing.
Yeah. Maybe, it's not for you possible, but maybe you can share also your camera and unmute yourself so we can have a kind of conversation. To give answer to the question, the application, the master, and when is the deadline, that's depending on where you are coming from. When you are coming from a non-European country, at the top of my head, it's the 1st of April. So we are opening now for new applications. But if you're from the Netherlands, for example, or from Europe, then it's the 1st of July. So there's a big difference in it. And the reason why is because when you are from non-European country, you need a lot of time to fix your visa and a lot of other forms. And if you are from a European country, that's much easier. So that's the reason. So if you are from a non-European country, that is different. Oh yeah, that's not a problem. Where are you? You're from Turkey. Okay. Sometimes Turkey is seen as a European country and sometimes not. So I'm not sure in how it works here, but we can find out. If your English is not good enough, it really should be. I can suggest to take some extra English lessons, to read, start with reading easy English books. The topic doesn't matter, but your English should be good enough. And that's also for a reason, because you work in project group with other students, but also due to safety. When you are working in the lab and everything is taught in English, and if you are not aware of not good enough in your communication in English, then we can have difficult situations. You're going to start a course. Yeah. So, and then you have to, what is IELTS 7, I said, or 6, I don't know. But you should gain that level. And then even you should practice quite a lot. So hopefully there's someone in your inner circle who speaks English very well. So practice quite a lot. And we also notice when you are a first year student, and of course the level of English can be different from every student, but after half a year, it progresses quite a lot. Yeah. Other questions? So at least six. Yeah. And that's for Saxion in general. Yeah. At one time we thought maybe we should level it up, but in the end we decided not to. So yeah, maybe Floor, you can tell something about the level of English and working with your peers who are not that good in English.
We had I did my bachelor's also in Dutch, so I didn't have the experience in depth also with English. So it was first a little bit hard. However, you get the hang of it, and especially with your classmates from non-European countries. I think we had a class of half of the classmates were from Europe or the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany. So everybody was used also, I think, to speaking English more. But we also had a lot of classmates from India, Pakistan, and they really needed to get used to it. But it was fine. It was also very funny sometimes. But yeah, you saw everybody increasing, and because in the end, everybody needs to get their diploma at the same degree, the same level. So
Exactly.
some people needed to work a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes some people need to be a little bit harder, but it was okay.
Yeah.
I think.
And what we also noticed several years ago, that because we work with students from different kind of backgrounds, we now implemented, we are doing it now for several years, intercultural communication. Because coming from, for example, Pakistan or Iran or Turkey or Germany or Belgium, everyone is different, as own habits, the own way of communication, and we know that we can be very harsh, very bold in communication, and you have to adjust to that. But in the end, we all have to work together. So that's the reason why we have several workshops about intercultural communication, and one thing isn't better than the other one. So let me be clear on that. But the main goal is to work together in a good and proper way, but be still yourself and stick to your own culture. But that can give a clash. So be also aware of that. But in the end, everything always works out. But it can be hard. Yeah. Floor.
Emma,
Yeah.
I see a question. Thanks for your question. Now, first, why I chose Saxion as an applied research university is because for myself, I really like to have the connection with the industry and also to apply your research on the industry and get their feedback. And I think that's the main difference with scientific research and applied research. Scientific research, it's just to see, is it possible, and it doesn't matter at what scale, on what machine. It's also more a little bit prototyping. And I think the applied research is more, okay, but how are we going to do this in the industry, and what do they think about it? Is it even commercial viable? What you see at the for example in Borås, the research that I did there, it was more of a prototyping research. So in that research, we created a machine, but from start, I always knew that it was never industrial viable because the machine needed to be built, and it was a too long process to get there eventually. However, it is a start for something, maybe something big in the future. And at Saxion, we will look more for, okay, how can we apply this already in the industry, or are there already machines, for example, for my research, which can be used? And the scientific is more like planting a seed and seeing where we can go. So yeah, I think because eventually I really knew that I wanted to work in the industry and also have a lot of connection with the partners. Building your network, and that really helped in the applied research because, as I mentioned, we visited a lot of companies. We even went 2 weeks to Germany to work there. So I think that is that was my choice to do it. And it was really I think it worked out really well for me. And that's also what I notice now in my job. A lot of people, the textile industry is very small, so a lot of people knew you from when you were a student, or when I was working on my thesis already. So that's very nice.
Applied research is closer to the industry, as Floor said, and what we also noticed that the textile industry, what kind that may be, is very eager to have students with in-depth knowledge about textiles. Sometimes it's lacking now. So I think about 85-90% of students have within several months a job within the industry. Sometimes students can even stay at the company where they did their final research. Some of them, as Floor, are coming back and to work as a researcher within our research group. So yeah, we are very happy with that. And with the meetings I have with the industry, they are also very happy with master students and also with the whole curriculum. And we also discuss with them on a regular basis about the curriculum and if changes are needed. Yeah, recycling, we do a lot of, yeah, we work on sustainability. So of course, recycling is important. Yeah. Yeah, dus yeah, sustainability is important pillar for this whole course. We also have a certificate. It's in Dutch is about yeah, sustainable higher education, and we got the certificate because we implemented sustainability in every module in such a good way. So we are very proud of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I see like what companies are connected. Maybe you can answer it and then I just can answer the excursions.
Companies are connected. Yeah, that can be. We don't have, of course, we work with several companies more than once, but that can be very diverse. We as research group, because just as Floor, I also work as a researcher within the research group, have such a big network that every textile company in the Netherlands know us, and even in Belgium and in Germany. But we also have in Switzerland for Rieter, for example. We are closely connected. Yeah, I think with almost every textile company. Yeah.
And where did we go for excursions? Now, first, then for the project that we had, we went with my project group. We went to My Microbiome. It's the company. It was super nice, and also to see how they work there. They really also do research and yeah, then what I said, how the clothes are, your microbiome is reacting to the clothes. But we also went on an excursion to Belgium, to a weaving mill, a spinning mill. So a lot of different things also to see. Last week I went with the master students also to a spinning mill. So they really saw in a 2-hour tour, really in depth, yeah, how it works, and not only learning from like a presentation or a lecture, but really seeing in practice, okay, how does it work? Because I think that's also very important. For in the textile industry, how does it look? How does it feel? What do you see? And I think we also offer the option to go to a lot of companies. So that's very nice.
And that's also very important because now as a student you have the possibility to get an inside view on several textile companies, and after your graduation, most of the times the doors are closed to have a look inside. So we want to use that opportunity.
Yeah, it's very nice. And also to already give you a tip, when you start the master, networking is everything. Knowing the people in the industry, knowing your classmates very well, because you're going to meet each other every time again. And it's also very nice.
Absolutely.
How can I access this video?
Yeah, hopefully, to be honest, I don't know. But I don't know. Hopefully you will get an email with information about to get access to this video. But to be honest, I don't know. There is not someone here to guide us.
Or maybe it's nice for you to send your email in the chat, and then we can send the presentations. Maybe that's also nice.
Yeah. No, the course is certainly not online. We did that, of course, during COVID. It's nice to have had that possibility, but it's certainly not something we want. But you have to be also on location. If you are living in another part of the Netherlands, that is fine. it's not obliged to live in the eastern part of the Netherlands. We have a lot of students who are living in Utrecht, Amsterdam, or wherever. But then it's up to you to be here, because the connection with other students is very important. And you will get a book list when you start this master. Yeah.
It's very different. It's like chemistry of textiles,
Yeah.
but also from the fabric to like Textilepedia with all the information that is just like easy to access and sometimes nice to have while doing an exam. Yeah. Yeah.
You can get the book list if you are admitted to our master course. There's some more questions. Maybe then a question for you, as well as for Emma, as for Kaan. What's the reason why you want to do this master? Do you recommend students with a design background to buy the course books in advance or prepare on the summer? Emma, you have a design background?
Yes, let me unmute quickly. I think it's
Yeah,
easier.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
I have a bachelor in art and design from the Gerrit Rietveld Academy.
Yeah. Okay. I myself also have a design background, also from art university. And we have more students like that. That's the reason why we also have this e-learning course. And I think that's very important for you then as well. And we did that before. If you are really interested, we can give you some suggestions for books you can read. What I noticed when having a design background, and you will, when you gain all this knowledge of this master, you will design in a different way, because you have all of a sudden a lot of more textile knowledge, in-depth textile knowledge, and it will give you another way of thinking of how to design a product. So it can be very helpful. Yeah, we noticed
Yes.
that, and also students with a design background, most of the times that are our best students, because they are really eager to learn. And that's nice to see.
Yeah. For me, I'm very eager to learn. I didn't have that much technical content in my bachelor's, but through different jobs and courses, I've really gotten more into it. But I feel like I'm lacking a really foundational base, and that's why I'm looking at master programs.
Yeah. So Emma, that should not be a problem if you have the right attitude, as I mentioned at the beginning, and also some experience in doing research in what way, so that when you want to admit, you will, as said before, you have to send in your motivation and your CV and your diploma and so on, and then you have to do an innovation case, and within this innovation case you can go all over the place, so to say, but you have to invent something new in the sports industry or in healthcare, or we send you a whole format where you can pick and what the framework is, and the end goal is not to have a complete solution for one of the cases we are sending you, but we want to know if you can think out of the box, if you have creative ideas, how you did it, how did you start your research, what kind of sources did you use. So that's the most important thing for us. And if we have some additional questions, we will invite you for an interview.
Okay.
An
that's
online
very clear.
interview. Yeah.
I was also wondering if the e-learning course that you send out, if there's any extra costs.
No, it's for free.
Okay.
We provide in that, and it's for free, and you can only get access via Saxion of University of Applied Science. Yeah.
Okay.
And you are also living then in Amsterdam, Emma?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think, Oh, what's your advice?
No, I think also for you, for your understanding, we also had a lot of students with chemical backgrounds, international business, design, and it gave such an interesting also solution to all projects.
Exactly.
So it's very nice to also have different backgrounds and not have a textile background. For what I come from, so because you think very differently and you can also learn a lot from each other.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. That's also the reason why we, this master started in 2016 and I became course director in 2018. And because of my own design background, I thought maybe work cross-disciplinary can be an advantage. And I think it still is. Yeah.
Yeah, that is good to know. I was wondering as well, because Amsterdam and Enschede is not super well connected by train. So I think I would most likely just move to Enschede. But how often do you need to be at the university? How often are there courses or work in the lab?
It also depends per project. I think in the beginning of a project, it's more like the literature study that you do. Like, okay, what are we going to do? What's the idea? And then from week 3 till week 8 or 9, we were at the lab a lot of hours. But that's also because, they have a lot of things accessible that you can do. So we were quite a lot at the lab, but it's also your own initiative, I think, and also the group motivation, what you want to do and also what you want to learn, because as Deja also mentioned, in the research group, a lot of people know a lot of things about different machines, and they're always open to help you and teach you.
We have a strict kind of schedule, maximum for 3 days per week. And it's for every quarter the same. And the top of my head, it's on a Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. But that's not from 9 till 5, so to say. So there is time, as Floor said, to work in the labs and to work on the project, and but you have to do it together, of course.
Yeah. I had another question, but I already forgot.
No problem.
You can
yes,
also
how many students are in the master?
As we have now in the first year, we have 15. And most of the time, every year, it's something like that. It can be a bit more, it can be a bit less, but between 50 and 20.
Okay. And are there a lot of students that apply? Is it very competitive to get in, or?
Yes, it is. And to be honest, 50% of the students who apply are not admitted.
Okay, yeah. I think all of my questions are answered, and anyhow, I will come to the open day. So
in the presentation you see our email, and you can ask if you have some additional questions. You can also always email us.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for
You're welcome.
joining.
Yes, of course. And the both of you have. Oh, I already have a bachelor's degree in textile technology. Want to improve my career and my goals. Oh, that's a good one, Kaan. That is, a lot of students do that, and so you have enough textile knowledge. You have to work on your English then, as you said yourself, and maybe also on your research skills. But you have to find out, and the both of you please apply, and then we can talk about it more.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, and have a nice day.
Yeah, you as well.
You,
Goodbye.
bye-bye.